Hello, friends. Hope you are doing great. In today's lesson, we are going to revise the basics of enough, too, and too much. So, look at the examples underneath. This isn't hot enough. Not enough hot. I'm going fast enough. There is never enough time. Have you got enough rice? Now, choose the correct forms of the rules. Enough normally comes before, after an adjective or adverb. Enough normally comes before, after a noun. Put in words from the box together with enough. For example, in art, the best is good enough. There was enough champagne to give everybody a glass. Next, this town isn't big enough for both of us. Next, I never had enough money when I was young. Now, I never have friends. Next, Susie hasn't got enough time to play football with. Next, Daniel's not old enough to travel by himself. Next, if you work hard enough, you don't have to be very intelligent. Next, she was clever enough to do anything she wanted, but she didn't have enough confidence to try. Now, too much, many, or too. Look at the examples and complete the rules. Examples. He's too old, not too much old. She's driving too fast. My problem is too much work and too many late nights. Now, let's move to the rules. Before an adjective without a noun or an adverb, we use too. Before a noun with or without an adjective, we use too much or many. Invent answers to the questions using too, too much, or too many. For example, why did Jack leave his car at the pub and take a taxi home? He had drunk too much beer. Next, number 1. Why did they drive to the cinema in 2 cars? There were too many people for 1 car. Can you understand what he's saying? No, he's speaking too quickly. Why didn't Joanna stop for lunch yesterday? She was too busy. Why don't we go to the Caribbean for our holiday? It's too expensive. Why don't you let the children cycle to school? There is too much traffic. What went wrong in your exam? I wrote too slowly. Why did you have the phone installed in the other room? There is too much noise in this room. Now, we can use infinitive structures with enough and too. She's old enough to vote. I'm too tired to go out tonight. A structure with for plus object plus infinitive is also possible. It's not warm enough for me to swim. The box was too heavy for us to lift. We can drop for plus object. It's not warm enough to swim. The box was too heavy to lift. Now complete the sentences with enough or too. For example, Sally's not old enough to take the dog for a walk. Next example, the food was too spicy for the children to eat. Number one, there's someone in the garden, but I can't see well enough to decide if it's Emma. I'll work on this tomorrow. I'm too tired to think about it tonight. I don't understand Arabic well enough to listen to Egyptian radio. I'm not strong enough to move the piano. I was too bored to concentrate on the lecture. Next, they were speaking too quickly for me to hear what they were saying. Near some beaches, the sea's not clean enough for people to swim in. The room was too dark for us to see anything. He drove too fast for the police to catch him. This shirt isn't clean enough to wear.